I just woke up, but I think I have an idea. Let me show you.
Vad sa du? Att det blir fint färg, Robert.
Sometimes it feels like I wake up with really good ideas, and sometimes it takes me a while to realize it's just crap. But sometimes I just feel like following the idea. And today is one of those days. It might be a really good idea, and it might be a horrible idea. So whilst pursuing this idea, Jesus Christ, hate those alarm things in the car. So by following this idea, I thought you could tag along for the day, because I think this is a one-day project. I hope it is. And to some, especially kids, that seems like the perfect job. Like it's what they dream about. But it's not all that good. Because a lot of people, they have no clue what this job entails at all. I think a lot of people would say this is a spoiled job, and it is in many ways. But I want to show all of it. I get that I live a different life than most woodworkers and hobbyists out there, and no day is like the other, but still there's one thing that I think is quite special with this job. It's lonely. I get into my workshop in the morning and I answer emails, and then I usually talk to myself, either on the camera or without the camera.
Nu kör vi. Ta bort disk.
Because there's no one else to talk to. I might have a meeting here and there, but not much else. So the idea is quite simple, because every time I do some construction work, hang on, let me show you. So I put the nails in one pocket, and then there's the hammer, and that goes in this, which is okay. But the problem is, whenever you want to put it back, it's also, you have to look for it. Also, I don't really use this, to be honest. Because there are too many pockets, too many things. Just, I don't need all these pockets. I can't get it off. And say you're on a ladder, it's not like holstering a revolver. It's quite hard to find that thing. So, and that's the idea I had this morning. What if I can make something that actually holsters the hammer in a one-handed, easy motion every time? And I haven't done any research on this. Maybe there's already something existing. I don't want to do the research because I don't want to have any preconceived ideas of what it should be. But first I have to start my day, and routine is king, especially when you're working from almost home. Answering those emails vary a lot. Some are from potential sponsors, but a lot of it are just scams. And as a YouTuber, where my sole job is to upload content to YouTube, and I know people are trying to steal it every day, makes it quite fragile. Because if someone were to get a hold of my account, it's not like I can call someone. And I know most scams are quite easy to spot, but a lot of them are just quite good as well. And all they need me to do is click a link, and then they get a hold of my cookies and they're logged in because I'm already logged into YouTube. It's quite infuriating. Then it's back to figuring out what the heck I'm doing to get on with my work. It might be editing a video, it might be coming up with new ideas, or it might be woodworking and recording. It varies every day. Okay, so I've opened up Fusion. I'm gonna start designing something. I'm gonna try to keep it pretty basic to start with, and then I'll take it from there. My process is usually to start off quite fast, get a quick prototype printing, because a physical prototype usually tells me more than to try to get it right for the first time. So I measure whatever I need with my caliper, and then I use those measurements to draw out the shape in Fusion. And whenever I get fed up or I feel I need to do something else, I might open up YouTube. And there's something I want to talk about regarding it, because I'm not only a content creator, I'm also a viewer of content. So I know when I see creators do ads, and I know that sometimes it's a turnoff. And this is actually something I battle with every day. Believe it or not, but being a content creator, it isn't a dance on roses. So I don't want to go into a rant here. I'm not sure what I want to say really, more than I'm just trying to get by here. That's all everyone is trying to do, I suppose. But a sponsor is a way to get to keep doing what I love doing, and as long as I can do that, I need sponsors. I just need them to support me. So because of that, here we go. A company called Wolfbox reached out. They were asking if I were interested in trying out their new MF200 air duster. And I said what I say to every brand that reaches out, that I can try it out, but I won't promote it unless I like it. That's my way of staying true to my audience and what lets me sleep good at night. They agreed and they sent me this. And I liked it so much I made a mount for it for my IKEA pegboard, because this thing is great. I used to have one of these things in the past and it was okay, but it was corded. This thing comes with a battery, USB-C, you can swap out the nozzles, and I find myself needing this as much as I need a scissor. I blow out the crap collected in my printers, I blow my face occasionally. I don't know why that's so funny, it's like throwing things from a height. It will never be boring. I clean my desk with it, blowing out dust from machines, blowing away dust from my lenses. I just realized it was so versatile having one of these. So after trying it out, I said I really like it, and they offered to sponsor a video. And here we are. There's a link in the description, check it out. And then comes the wait. So this is an hour of print time approximately. And when that is working, I either spend time at the computer doing more admin work, or I clean up, or I just go for a walk if the weather is fine. Because back to that lonely part, I'm alone in the workshop and I have no windows, which means that if the weather is nice, I get barely no sun on my face at all. So a walk will do me good, and that way I might bump into someone as well. Only I rarely do, because I live on the countryside. And quite honestly, I'm quite fine with it. I'm not complaining about being lonely because I like it. I'm just saying, content creation can be lonely. And to anyone with coworkers, appreciate them, because some of us, we have none.
Came to the world, to the wild, no place for child. Use my voice to hide with the ghouls of night in the dying light. I had to learn to get what I need in the dark. Empty instincts all guiding me like a beast to some blood. And I can't get enough. I'm losing control. My body, my soul are slowly fading away. But I'm ready now to feel the power of change. I'm my mother's child. I'm my father's son. It took me a while, but my time has come to be born again. To be born again.
I printed these 3 over lunch, and we'll see how they are. So this is the first one, it's the smallest one. I can't even get the hammer into that one. Well, this one goes in. It's too stuck. And this one was quite good, but so the problem with the hammer is that it's not round. It's like it's not an even shape anywhere. At the bottom I can get this in and it swivels around, but that's not good for. So I've already started a print which is thinner walls than this, but I'm not sure that's gonna work either. So now comes the problem. Do I keep iterating on this until I have something that really works? Or do I just give up the idea entirely? Because I've had so many projects where I've started something, like I have an NFC tag here. That was a project where I thought I could embed this into a phone holder, and when I place my phone there, I have some kind of automation that turns it into work mode. But is it even worth it? Is it a real problem that my hammer... I'll have to think about this for a couple of minutes and see if I can come up with something. I might have an idea. I'm gonna try something entirely different out. Okay, so I have a totally different idea. I'm not sure if that's going to work either. It doesn't look that good, but I can refine the shape later. But basically, the belt would go into the belt, and then I could just attach the hammer like that. I'm gonna print it and see what happens. Might be a great idea. Pink is all right. Another thing about this work is that I absolutely love the freedom. I have an immense sense of freedom at times, but it's also a lot of responsibility. So the way it works with sponsors most of the times is that they require some kind of deadline, of course, and that means the video needs to be finished within a certain amount of time. So it always ends up being a rush towards the end. Okay, so the print is done. Right here, purple. Let's try this out. So the idea with these were that I was going to build out some kind of holder on this side, and I would have it on my hip and it would go in like that. The problem with the shape of the hammer, though, it needs to go in like that and then turn, which meant this first idea, I don't think that's gonna work, or it needs more. So let's try this one. Pretty confident this is not gonna work the first time, but we'll see. It's not that bad. let me get some lights in here. Okay, it seems to be working really well, actually. So if I twist it when I unlock it, it just comes right into my hand. I'm ready to. But when I put it down, it's there, like. The first iteration. Okay, so I also decided to make a magnetic screw and nail attachment here. But then I realized that hammers come in all different types of shapes. So it will be impossible for me to make one for all shapes. Compared to TV, it's quite interesting what you do as a YouTuber, especially if you're a solo creator. On a TV set, it would be quite a lot of people. Imagine the TV host walking directly into the editing booth right after shooting the news and then doing the accounting, the marketing, the website operating, taking all the incoming emails and also doing the cleaning. The absolute best and the worst part of my job is the fact that after working on a video and then uploading it to YouTube, there's first a short void of time, say an hour or so, and then you get a verdict from YouTube. The video is ranked amongst your other 10 latest uploads. So if you get a 1 out of 10, you'll feel quite good. That's a good start. Sometimes it's a 10 out of 10 and it stays that way and the video tanks, and that can also be quite tough. So let's put the nail box on. I'm already seeing now this was a stupid idea to put, like, why do I have a loop? Why is this even? Yeah, it's too small, but yet it's too big. Maybe fabric would be better. Whatever. Comes the best part with the hammer. Okay, here we go. This is the solution. I've got my nails in this tiny pocket here, which needs to be redesigned, but it's magnetic, so I can put my nails here. Although I centered the magnets instead of putting them closer to the front, which I don't know why. The hammer works great, actually. I might actually use that one. This one not so much, but it's quite nice, the idea at least, that you hammer in a nail, then you can just grab some from, because you know exactly where they are. There must be solutions for that. But the hammer I haven't seen before. Although the problem is, if I have another hammer, this is absolutely useless. So I guess that's why they go with the loop. But I don't like the loop, because you have to shift from the handle to this to put it down. With this solution, at least, you hammer in the nails, then you just put it there and you do whatever you want to do. Go home. Okay, this wasn't the best idea. It's not something I would pursue in a normal video. For a normal video, this wouldn't be the end of a video. This would basically be the starting point. Like I have an idea and I've come this far and then I can pursue it from there. I don't think I can do that with this. It's just, it is what it is. I had a bad idea this morning and then I followed it through. But still, looks quite cool, don't you think? All in all, I think I have the best job I've ever had. There are some downsides for sure, but there is for every job, and this won't last forever. I'm fully aware of that. It will end at some point, and I will have to enjoy the time I have with it. I don't know.